Take two. What's up, everybody? My name's Eric Harrison. Welcome to fucking Ingenious Fool. We're gonna watch Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors. Don't wanna dream no more. That was my terrible singing voice. Not really, though. Anyway, yeah, so this is take 2 or 3. I had some technical difficulties. It's kind of a bummer when you're 20 minutes into a commentary and it's like, you know what? I have to fucking start all over. At least it's a decent movie to watch and start over with. Anyhow, welcome to the shizzle. That's the show, which isn't really a show, but welcome to the commentary. Shit, I just watched this, dude. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. I'll just say a lot of the same bullshit I said the first time, and it won't have nearly the effect as it did. Well, you wouldn't know because you didn't hear the first. But still, you'll hear it in my voice. I'll just be like, ugh, I'm making the same joke again. It sucked the first time, and it's sucking the second time. Anyway. So, yeah. Keeping in with the Drunkentary tradition, which we want to try and keep that going. There's going to be some times I know it. I already know, like, well, I'll be just too broke to buy beer while I do one of these. Unless you guys want to be so kind to start me a Eric Harrison beer fund. But anyway, so far so good. Keeping with the tradition of the Drunkentary, I do happen to have some nice cold beverages here, and I hope you have some of your own. Currently, I am enjoying a Rollin' Rock, and then after that, I have another big ass bottle of King Cobra, the old standby. Honestly, that's just what the store has. The closest store to me, that's what they have. They don't have the best selection, and sometimes I'm not wanting to go across town, so I just fucking drink King Cobra. Not that I'm dissing King Cobra, because if they want me to like promote their beverage, sure thing. You'll start seeing some beer commercials in my reviews coming up. Actually, that's a sweet idea. So, gonna try and do that now. See if I can get some beer companies to sponsor me. Anyway, so we're watching Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors. Oh, Dawkins playing right now. Everybody stop for the Dawkins. It's Into the Fire. I'm falling into the fire. I'm falling. That's how I sing, and I'm sorry. But this is how you know if your movie is synced up with my commentary, because I'm singing along. Ready? Here we go. Into the fire. Oh, excuse me. That's why I don't sing, ladies and gentlemen. So, because I started over, after watching like 20 minutes of the movie already and drinking, so I kind of already buzzing. I'm buzzing. So anyway, this is Patricia Arquette's first feature film. And this movie the original script was written. I already said all this bullshit. I'm saying it again. Whatever. Gotta say it. The original script was written by Wes Craven. I guess they went back to Wes and was like, "Hey, Part 2 sucked. You got any ideas?" So he wrote like a really dark, I guess, pretty demented script for Part 3, and New Line was like, "Oh, hey, yeah, thanks, cool, but we're gonna maybe rewrite this." So they brought in some other guys. I think his name is Chuck Russell, who co-wrote the script and wound up directing the movie, and then Frank Darabont, who has done a bunch of cool movies like The Mist and The Green Mile, I believe. Maybe The Shawshank Redemption. I probably should have looked that up before I started this commentary, making myself sound like an ignorant asshole, but he did some movies. Just trust me on that. They helped rewrite the script and made it into what it is, which is probably the strongest entry in the series after the first one. This is the one where they fucked up with Part 2, but at least in Part 3 they got their shit together. And they realized, like, there's such an infinite possibility with these movies. Let's just open the door wide open and take it to new dimensions, basically. And with part three, they brought like the perfect balance of fantasy, imagination, and horror. And I think that's what made it such a huge hit. Instantly uh, connected to the fans, loved it. It was a critical and commercial success. Well, I think it was. I think it was critically successful, but it was most definitely commercially successful, and it definitely revived the franchise after Freddy's Revenge just about killed it. I gotta go. So I totally just watched this, but it's cool. It's cool. So what are you guys doing? What are you? I'll talk to you. I'll talk to the audience. Yeah, you. What's up? How you doing, dude? How was your day? Yeah. What are you drinking? You drinking something over there? Oh, that's cool. I'll have to come over and have a beer with you someday, and then I'll bail. That'll be my next thing I do. Eric's beer drinking tour, where you supply the beer. I'll just show up and drink it while we watch a horror movie together, and then I'll just take off. I like full of the best of ideas tonight, and they all involve beer. Go figure. Oh snap. Okay, I'm gonna drink. Yeah, I'm not setting up any rules. I think I just got over the rules, like keeping like I just want to drink freely. I want to freestyle it. I don't need rules bogging me down, telling me when to drink, when not to drink. And so this Rolling Rock, it's okay. I was never like the hugest fan of Rolling Rock. It's really cheap around here for some reason, so I will buy like 30 packs of it just because it's cheap. But then like to drink a 30 pack of Rolling Rock by yourself, it's kind of hard. By the end, you're just like, ew. But pardon me. But this is actually tasting pretty good tonight for some reason. Oh yeah, this is a very awesome shot. Look at that. Just hanging teens. Hanging dead teens. That's awesome. Very gruesome visual. And like I said in my commentary before before I started over, I said I'm quoting myself now. It's great when a commercial can be commercial. Fucking Eric, come on, get your shit together. It's great when a movie can be commercially viable. I can't even quote myself without fucking it up. It's great when a movie can be commercially viable but still be gruesome and even kind of edgy. Like just having a room full of dead teenagers hanging by ropes is pretty harsh, dude. No, this is imagination. This is awesome about the nightmare movies is that anything can happen and something is almost always happening. Yeah, you cut the wrong way. Is that UCLA in LA? I'm pretty sure that's the school. The exteriors, I think. Don't quote me on this, and I won't quote myself on it. Oh, it's Morpheus. You are the one, Neo. You are the one that I've been searching for. I, yeah, it's Lawrence Fishburne, and it's definitely not his first role, I don't think, but it's an early role. He was on Pee Wee's Playhouse too, from what I understand. And the only reason I know that is because of the Cinemassacre review of this movie because I didn't really watch Pee Wee's Playhouse back in the day. I was aware of it. Everybody watched Pee Wee's Playhouse, but I was always like, "This is a little weird, guys. Look at this guy. He's a little weird." So I didn't watch the show, but apparently Lawrence Fishburne was on there, and he would say, "Pee Wee, you are the one, Pee Wee." And then Pee Wee would just go to a porn theater and masturbate furiously. And that joke was funny about 15 years ago. Yeah, so this is a cool scene because we get introduced to everybody, pretty much, or almost everybody, almost all the characters. And there's a lot of characters, actually. We've got the teens, and there's was it 6 or 7 teen characters in the movie? We got doctors, nurses, psychiatrists, parents, but they all have a reasonable role in the movie. And I think this is quite the ensemble movie, which I think really makes the movie. I like that. I think this is something that everybody really identified with when the movie came out, is seeing all the different kids in this institution, getting to meet like 6 or 7 of them, of all varied types of personality, and each one's got their own issues and whatnot. I think it makes it very interesting, and it makes it even more attractive or relatable to a teenage audience. First of all, they're coming in and seeing a horror movie. That's one right there. And then you get, the horror movie's got a kick-ass soundtrack with Dokken on it. Okay, that's part 2. That's why I'm going to see this. This horror movie's got awesome special effects because of its fantasy origins. Oh, damn, that's 3. And then you're like, oh, shit, it's got all these cool kids that I can relate to. So it's like, this movie was made for a teen audience. Truly was. Or at least young adults. But all the characters was not something we got as much in the first one, really. We were mostly left with Nancy, her parents, and her boyfriend. Really, that's it. She had some friends and they died off pretty quick. They didn't last. They didn't stick around. Part 2, which I don't even want to speak of, but let's just talk about it real quick. It was Jesse, his girlfriend, and one dude that died in the middle of the movie, and that's it. But in this one, it's like they give you all the characters you can handle, so it's pretty cool. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I was too busy rambling. We got Mrs. Langenkamp back. She's like, Mrs. That's my mom's name. You can call me Heather. Anyway, we got Heather Langenkamp back. Thank God. To do part 3, which really I wish was part 2. I wish part 2, I wish Freddy's Revenge didn't exist and this was part 2. But anyway, I'll just pretend like that's reality. But yeah, so she was gracious enough to come back. Still looking foxy. Needs to do something about that hair though. It's a little big. Still hot though. I'd maybe do her. I'm gonna go off on this rant again. Didn't I get that all out of the way in the first commentary? That I crush on her? Anyway. You know what? I'm happy I started over. This is a way better fucking commentary than the first one I was doing. That's funny. I'm like, fuck that commentary. You guys will never know what you're missing, because you ain't missing much. So here we go. We get introduced to more characters if we hadn't previously met them in the last few scenes. They're going to finish that off right now and be like, here's some more of the rest of the characters for you. So, he's a walker. So I think it's pretty cool that this movie works so well in the environment that it was set in. It's definitely taken out of its element. Um, the Nightmare on Elm Street. It's even called A Nightmare on Elm Street, so it's supposed to be set in the suburbs on Elm Street. This movie's called A Nightmare on Elm Street. It doesn't take place on Elm Street, as far as we know, but it's supposed to be in the suburbs, kind of a community environment. But they took the movie out of its environment for the third one and put it in this institute, and it surprisingly works. In fact, everything about this movie surprisingly works. I think this was a huge gamble, making it a little bit more fantasy, maybe throwing a little comedy in there, putting in fucking dozens of characters, taking it off Elm Street, out of the neighborhoods. Everything about the movie was, I think, a big risk, and I'm glad that it worked and it paid off. But yeah, I'm really surprised that the whole institute environment works out, but it does. It's not something a lot of us can relate to. I can't relate to this, but it's still intriguing to me. And he wants that. He wants to tap it. He wants to tap it. Oh yeah, I met him at Frightmare 2010. And the nurse, too. I actually didn't talk to the nurse, but I talked to him, Rodney Eastman. It was kind of an accident. The place was crowded as fuck, dude. I think it was John Carpenter's first convention appearance, if I'm not wrong. And so there was like thousands of people there. And you couldn't move, so I was just kind of stuck in a spot. And I looked over, and there's Rodney Eastman, and I'm like, hey, what's up, man? We started talking about his movies and shit. He was cool. He was just like, what's up? I guess you're stuck here. I'm like, yeah. Sorry I can't buy any of your shit. I got a picture with Charles Cyphers, and that drained me. And I didn't get to meet John Carpenter. There was no way. Like, he would have had to have waited for all day. And he's kind of infamous for not being not always wanting to socialize or not always wanting to play nice. You kind of take his sarcasm and his cynicism with a grain of salt, because he doesn't completely mean it, but that's just John Carpenter's attitude. It's kind of like he says fuck you with a smile, and you're just like, oh, John, but really he's just thinking inside, like, no, fuck you, dude. But anyway, I didn't get to meet him, but if I had, I'm sure it would have gone exactly like that. Like, hey, what's up? My name's Eric. Fuck you. Okay. Peace out, John. Anyway, he didn't direct this movie, so why am I talking about John Carpenter? When I could be talking about that fucking computer from the 80s. Did you see that beast? Wow. Those were the days. I could fit a few of my laptops inside that thing. Yeah, that's right. I just drank some burr for no reason at all. I say that a lot. No reason. So, I thought about doing a 420 commentary, but pretty sure that it would just be me coughing a lot and then like long periods of silence. I'd be zoning out and shit. I really thought about it. I was like, maybe I should do a 420 commentary. No. I'm not quite as talkative when I'm high. Pretty much just trying to watch cartoons at that point. Oh, now you've done it. I wonder if there's no way this is the house. I mean, I wonder if they ever used the actual interiors. I think they did in the first one. At this point, that's probably a set, most likely. So that's a real pig on the table. Well, it was really cooked and left to sit there and rot. And from what I understand, it's pretty gross. I like that they used a real pig, though. Oh, poor thing. It didn't know it was going to be a movie star. That was a real living, breathing animal at one point, and it had no idea it was going to wind up in a Nightmare on Elm Street movie. I hope they use my corpse in a movie one day. That'll be my claim to fame. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 29. And then I'll just be on the table all dead and shit. What am I even talking about? I was recently watching the behind the scenes footage of this on the old YouTube there. What's that thing you kids watch these days? They call it the YouTube. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Behind the scenes. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. This very scene is where they show you how they made it. It's just a lot of different shots, To make the effects look realistic and believable, you have to be quick about it. You can't hold on a shot for too long. Oh, snap, Nancy. Go save the day. I think Freddy's got a pet peeve about being stabbed in the eye with a glass shard. And she just peed. She peed a little. She probably hasn't dreamt about Freddy since, back when that shit happened. I would have peed. Oh, that's fucking sweet. Because I have nothing to say at the moment, while we are just watching this spectacular movie, I'm going to have a drink. And I encourage you to drink along with me. Here we go. I'm going to be done with this Rolling Rock pretty soon. Look at all these characters. See what I'm talking about? I like it. I'm glad that they went with an ensemble like that. But it can be really challenging to balance all these characters and, really let each one demonstrate their personality and you get to know them and whatnot. Hey, that's not nice, dude. That's not nice. What happened to his teardrop? Why was there a teardrop on his face anyway? And where did it go? You guys feel me out there? You know what I'm talking about? Why? Why was there a teardrop and where did it go? That's the mystery of this movie that we must solve. Okay, don't mind me over here. Had a little headphone issue. So, that's what my dreams are. Thanks for explaining that, old lady. It's my guilt and overt sexuality or some shit. That's all it is. No big deal. So, I've never played Dungeons and Dragons before. I assume that's what they're playing, right? It seems like it would be cool if you're into that kind of nerdy shit. But, I mean, it takes creativity and imagination, so can't knock it too much. But I never played it. Anybody out there ever played Dungeons and Dragons? That shit was huge in the 80s. Probably the 70s, too. I just remember everybody was playing it, except for me. I was too busy watching Dream Warriors, motherfuckers. I think one day I'll try. I'm gonna try Dungeons and Dragons. I'll put that shit on my bucket list, just to see what all the rage was about. So this is cool. It's showing how the characters are fucking afraid to go to sleep, but they have to. You have to sleep. It's not something you can outrun forever. The guilt and the sexualness. That's the problem. Remember, Nancy? Come on, Nancy. Yeah, it's nothing to fool around with, Nancy. I don't know why, but that amuses the shit out of me. like, like talking down to this fictional character. That's how easily amused I am. It's no, Nancy. Don't give me that attitude. You're like, Eric, you fucking gotta get out more often, dude. And you know what? I agree. That's why I'm going to take my nationwide beer tour, come to your house, drink all your beer, watch your movies, and leave. I'm going to get a Kickstarter going, you watch. I'll be in your living room before you know it. Alright, I'm going to fucking polish off this Rolling Rock. Oh, the other guy fucked up. Left him vulnerable. See? Can't rely on anybody. I swear to Christ. Oh, that is sick. And when I say sick, I mean that's fucking awesome. Since when was that motherfucker in the room? How many people were in that room and nobody could stop this shit from happening? Yeah, so with part 2, they fucking forgot about the dream factor. They just, I don't know, they fucked up on part 2. Well, that shit was brought back in part 3, thank God, because look at how it works, too. You can watch, yeah, see, you jump from reality to dream, it looks cool, it looks normal, looks cool, looks normal, crazy things happen. That's the way it's supposed to be. Oh, I'm so drunk that I fucked up. He went after the other fool. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, I think that's the exterior of UCLA. There's an emergency, bitch, obviously. What's the matter? You know he doesn't talk, dumbass. You should immediately start following him. He's like Lassie. He wants to lead you to Timmy stuck in the well and shit. Jump! Jump! Do a backflip! Come on! Ha ha ha. Oh, and they just watched. I mean, once he was starting to fall, wouldn't you look away? Do you really want to see somebody splat on the ground? Especially your friend? Come on. Of course, if this was happening in today, you know, everybody would have their fucking cell phones out. They'd be filming that, and I'd be watching it on YouTube. No, it's not true. I don't watch that kind of BS. Which is weird. Let's bring this up. Let's talk about this. I like horror movies, but I don't want to see actual horror. You know, I don't want to see fucking people dying. Those movies exist. Faces of Death and all sorts of whatever the fuck. Not into that. But it's kind of ironic, isn't it? Like, I'm all into horror movies, but I don't want to. I don't want to see the real thing. I am glad I'm like that. I'm glad I'm not one of those people that watches, you know, fucking death videos all day and thinks I'm badass because of it. You know, those you run into them once in a while, and they always think they're like so hardcore. Like, you couldn't take what I watch, or whatever the fuck. They think being desensitized is a good thing. Like, I feel no emotions. I'm so hardcore. Yeah, fuck you. You know what? I kind of like my emotions. I'm gonna keep them. All right, so all right, opening up this King Cobra. King Cobra. Fuck you, old bitch. I'm just telling you what I would say. Which is pretty close approximation to what he said. That'd have been funny if I pulled like the racist card, even though we're both white. If I was like, "Fuck you, crack a bitch," fucking white people. I mean, that'd throw him for a loop, right? If I just started calling everybody crackers. Fuck you, cracker. That's some kind of reverse racism. I'm saying right now, isn't it? She looks like Skeletor. She's so old. And I just watched Never Sleep Again. Is that what it's called? And she was in it. She's still alive. How is she still alive? She was old back then. I'm so rude. Calling people cracker and old and shit. Rude. That's why it's a Drunkentary, folks. Start getting a little too loose over here and letting some secrets slip and shit. That's when you know you're too drunk. What is she watching? It sounded familiar. Whoa. Oh, it's Critters. She's fucking watching Critters. I'm so happy that I just figured that out. I feel like I won the lottery. The horror lottery. Wow, she got Critters on that TV? The movie had just barely came out. Pretty cool, man. They had it made at that place. You know, all except for the whole Freddy killing everybody. As soon as I heard he shot me with a slingshot, I was like, I just watched Critters like a few months ago, so I was like, wait a minute, sounds familiar. And this guy looks like he would be a porn star, like one of those gross, greasy porn stars from the mid '80s. Porn star. What am I talking? He's not the star. We're all looking at the chick. The guys don't even get paid nearly as much as the girls. Naturally. Yeah, fuck you, you porn looking bastard. Only thing missing is that he needs a big old bushy porn stash. Look at the remote on the fucking couch. That thing's that thing's crazy big. I've done that in the past. You gotta do what you gotta do so Freddy don't get you, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so what we got coming up here is probably one of the most memorable scenes in any movie, period. I won't even say like any Nightmare on Elm Street movie or any horror. No, it's just like any fucking movie. Everybody always remembers this. There's something real classic about it. It's classic Freddy. It's fucking weird and surreal, but it's not so weird that you're like, what the hell? You just kind of accept that Freddy grew out of the TV. You know, you just do. That's when you know the filmmakers did a good job. When you can accept that Freddy Krueger grew out of a TV and killed some girl. Oh, damn. Oh. You know what is so classic about that line? He delivered it with such venom. Like the way he said it, he just really meant that shit. When he said bitch, like so much inflection was on that word. Welcome to prime time, bitch. Freddy was pissed. He really didn't fuck around with her a lot either. I don't know what previous nightmares she may have had, but this one he was just like, we'll do a quick bit with Zsa Zsa Gabor and Dick Cavett, and then I'm just gonna kill her and call her a bitch real quick. Gotta move on to the next person. I mean, there's a bunch of kids I gotta kill here, you know. So that is Freddy's mom. Oh, what a weird but cool idea. Like the most fucked up thing to ever exist came from a nun. Right? It's a weird thought. I was just puffing a J real quick. You know, funerals bummed me out. I needed a quick pick me up. Oh, they're all together now? Didn't they just meet a few days ago? I guess nothing to bond you like a fucking funeral. It's pretty weird, is what it is. What are the odds that the one thing in our whole house he would point to was the dream related thing? I mean, what are the odds? What are the odds? So he's sitting there staring out a fake ass window with some bright ass Hollywood lights on the other side. Because honestly, what is outside that window that is so fucking bright? Look at that. That ain't the moonlight. That shit was way too bright. And it's raining apparently? Why did they feel the need to make it rain? Whatever. That's just the film student in me. Is wondering why. Does there need to be a lightning? Is there going to be a lightning strike coming up soon? See, Nancy knows. Nancy whooped his ass before. You know what? You guys enjoy this story. I'll be right back. Be right back before you know it. I'm coming. Hold on. I'm on my way. I'm almost back. Oh, fucking back. What did I miss, guys? Did I miss the most important part of the movie? Fucking damn it. Anyway, yeah, I saw my nose was running. I had to go and blow it. That was information you did not need to know. But now you know it. Fuck you! Oh, shit. See, that's the kind of attitude you gotta have to make it in life. Okay, everybody watch. Let's all get hypnotized right now. Can you be hypnotized by a movie? Suppose you could. I mean, that's the whole point of subliminal messaging, right? I think they're putting a subliminal message in my head at the moment, telling me to, yeah, I'm getting this weird urge right now to drink beer. So here I go. Oh, King Cobra, what would I do without you? You're my BFF, King Cobra. It looked like he was pissing in that cup. It really did. So I saw that nurse at the same convention where talked to Rodney. I didn't talk to her though. Just walked by. I guess she's fucking still trying to earn a buck off this scene. And you know what? She got nude for everybody in the world, basically, so good for her. Keep earning that money, babe. She still looked, fine. She looked almost about the same, really. Now, I don't know about you guys out there. I'm sure it's true, though. This is something I can really relate to right here. When I was a kid, always, but I specifically remember being young and like fantasizing about these sexy women wanting me. Whatever. You're a young boy. You got hormones going. You got to think about something. But that seems like the kind of fantasy that I would have. Like the hot nurse wants me. And I would also dream that I could walk. That would be my fantasy as well. I could walk and fuck. As long as I could do those two things. Oh, wait, I can walk. Oh, shit, I can fuck. Oh, my God. I'm so blessed. So blessed. Yay. Watch me destroy something. Oh, this is the worst line in history. Oh, no. You could even see it on her face. She was like, I'm really saying this fucking line. I gotta say, why was that written? And why did they do it in front of the camera and nobody stopped and said, this line is fucking stupid, right? It's a pretty good movie, but this fucking line. That boy wouldn't know what to do with it. Oh, 80s thong. Everybody check out the 80s thong. They shouldn't have made him white though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying with the, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. I'm just saying, girls out there, don't wear white panties. I still have the Dream Warrior song stuck in my head because I was listening to that before I started the commentary. So in my mind, all I hear is Dream Warrior. Don't want to dream no more. I think I just heard the Wilhelm scream in the background. Yeah, way to go, assholes. Your friend's getting fucked up over there. You're all showing off how you can do flips and bend chairs and shit. Yeah, I'm listening too because I just heard something in my house. Is it Freddy? Shit, did I fall asleep? Am I dreaming right now? Oh, fuck, I'm dead. I'm dead meat. I don't know. I heard something, but you know what? I'm not. I'm not gonna go investigate it. That's stupid. What the hell? Who you think I am? I've seen enough horror movies. We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn. Burn, motherfucker. What's that Mohawk bitch gonna do? Stab the wall? That's gonna help. She brought a knife to a firefight. See, I like how they brought us back to reality. They're still all in the same room. Joey's just fucked up. Very cool, very cool. He had to look at her name tag to remember who she was. I saw that. I saw that glance. I was like, who's this bitch again? Oh yeah, Dr. Sims. That's right. I think that at this point in her career, Heather Langenkamp was on that show. Just the 10 of us? I'm going to look it up right now. So if you hear me typing, which you will, just don't fret. Okay. I remember watching it sometimes. Just the 10. Oh yeah. You know what? I need to revisit this show. So for those of you that maybe don't know, let's see. I'm on wiki. I'm on the wiki right now. It says, original run from 88 to 90. Oh, I thought it was on longer than that. But anyway, I do remember watching Just the Ten of Us, and I would always I'd watch it, and I'd be like, "That's fucking Nancy from A Nightmare on Elm Street." She played one of the kids, one of the one of the daughters in Just the Ten of Us, some '80s, late '80s sitcom. Wasn't like the biggest fan of it, but I would, it was fine. I would watch it once in a while, and I'd always just be like, "Wow, I can't believe Nancy is in this show." I don't know why, but it blew my mind. You didn't see a lot of movie actors go to TV back then. It was always like TV actors went to movies, and now it's to the point where movie actors that are too old to do movies go to TV. But anyway, so I guess that's why it blew my mind. I was like, "Wow, she's a movie star. Why is she in this show?" I'm totally gonna watch from Just the Ten of Us after this. And I encourage you to do the same. It'll probably suck ass, and you'll be like, "Eric, why did you suggest this?" I don't really remember how good it was. I just remember it had Heather Langenkamp in it, and that's all you needs to know. So how you guys doing on your drinks over there? Leave a comment. Tell me what you're sipping on, if anything. Or if the case may be, tell me what you're smoking on. I need to know these details for when I plan my beer tour across America. Be sure to visit my Kickstarter page and donate. So they donate. What a terrible idea. I want you to donate so that I can come to your house and drink your beer. It's either the stupidest idea ever or it's fucking pure genius. It's fucking ingenious is what it is. You know what's funny about that is I was watching Getting Doug with High, which is an internet show with Doug Benson. Anyway, he was smoking out with Tommy Chong and a bunch of people. And Tommy Chong went on this tangent about, "I'm going to go across the world, man, and smoke weed with everybody. I'm going to smoke weed with everybody in the world." I think that might have where I got it subconsciously. But you know what? It's a good damn idea. I'm going to come. I'll be the beer drinker, though. He can smoke all your weed and I'll drink all your beer. This has turned more into a podcast than a commentary. There's another idea. Maybe I'll do a podcast. Look at his face. Holy cow. Oh, snap. Freddy ain't fucking. I like how he started using the word bitch. That had to have been this one. Did he say bitch in the other two movies? Definitely became his word of choice. Well, that was dramatic. Nancy. It's dramatic Nancy. I'm going to do this again And when I do the commentary for New Nightmare, except she's playing herself, so I have to be like, "Way to go, Heather." It doesn't have the ring as Nancy when I'm when I'm talking down to Nancy, but still, I'll do it. You watch. Little Nemos. That is so sweet. Little Nemos. Is that a real bar? Because I would like to go there. Look at there's me in about 10 years. Some drunk ass security guard hanging out in a smoky bar. Oh, hilarious. There's some product placement. As he brings the shot to his lips. Get out of here. I ain't trying to forget. Wait, what'd you say? What's your name again? Damn. So, imagine you're this fool, right? Even though you're, I guess, you're a cop, or at least in the academy, and you and a bunch of other people in the neighborhood decided to take justice into your own hands, burn a child molester, and then hide the remains. And that's a fucked up thing to do, right? And to live with. I mean, you feel better, like, it needed to be done, he deserved it. But then your daughter is like, yeah, this guy you burned is still trying to kill me. And it's like, no, fuck that. You're crazy. And then it continues. And then she comes back. And she's like, dude, like, that guy you torched, he's still killing people? I would, dude, I couldn't handle it. I would be more than drinking. I would be more than in a bar drinking. I would probably be shooting some smack. I mean, that's a fucked up situation, right? You're trying to rid the world of something that's negative, and then you create a monster that won't stop, and that you can't believe because it's unfathomable that this entity is still alive in some form. So I'd be in the alley behind the bar, shooting some H, trying to forget that I fucking helped create Freddy Krueger. Dude, he was an Enter the Dragon. He will fuck you up. He knew Bruce Lee personally. He will fuck you up. Don't you just throw John Saxon against the wall like that. Crazy motherfucker. Crazy cracker is what he is. You know what time it is? King Cobra time. That'll be my segue when I do the beer commercials and my reviews. You know what time it is? King Cobra time. So, holy water. Because that's like a real thing that exists. I mean, holy water, people say it's special water. Doesn't fucking mean it is. But you know what? Crazier things have happened in this movie, so I will buy into holy water. And that God exists. No, I'm just kidding. I actually do believe in God. I just don't like religion. This is an appropriate place to come out with that, isn't it? Now all my religious viewers just totally unsubscribed. All those hardcore Christians that really love my fucking videos. We'll not go down that road though. Yeah, you don't fuck with Morpheus. He knows kung fu. Him and John Saxon, they both whoop your ass. They take turns whooping your ass. Oh snap, they didn't even clean up the fucking mess. They just left the fucking room looking like that. And that girl's fucking roasted remains just staining in the wall. They're like, that's cool. We'll paint over that shit like in a week or two. It's cool. You know what sucks right now? I need to use the little boy's room. I don't want to go though. I don't want to miss any of this movie. I don't want to leave you guys here. Fucking Freddy might get you if I leave. And you're all alone. But I might have to because I fucking gotta piss. Okay, I gotta do it. I'll be right back again. Jeez, I'm sorry. I know I should just piss in this fucking Rolling Rock can, shouldn't I? Anyway, I'm not a savage. I'll be right back. I'm coming back. I hope Freddy didn't get your ass while I was gone. Okay, I'm back in stuffs. I bet you went and pissed at the same time, didn't you? You're like, hey, this is a good time to go. As good a time as any. Alright, what do we got? 25 minutes left or so. There's really never a dull moment. There's always something happening. Into the fire! Into the fire! I know, I'll stop. I do like me some Dokken, though. It's past 1. Actually, it is. It's technically right now, it's 1:13 a.m., December 2nd, 2014, Pacific Standard Time. Okay. Yes, I totally just had a significant swig of King Cobra. Where's the fucking bourbon? That's awesome. Freddy's so funny. I think that was Freddy in a tuxedo complaining about the bourbon. It's probably the first instance of actual Freddy comedy. Does that make sense? Where it's more than him just fucking with the character. That was, I mean, even the TV thing, at least was kind of surreal and, weird. But with Freddy in a tuxedo, I mean, that's just hilarious. So I think that might have been the first instance of actual Freddy comedy right there. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh yeah, take out your blades because that's going to do a lot of good. He's got like 4 blades, and you only got 2, so you're a little bit outnumbered there, Miss Mohawk. You look like a cockatoo. I said she looks like a cock or two. Oh, good times. Get her, Freddy. Get her. Oh, you stuck him. Very hokey, but relevant at the time. It's a little bit cheesy, but it's so powerful at the same time because people have, drug problems. Um, and I mean, not, fucking smoking weed, but actual drug problems that fuck up your life and maybe can even kill you. So to have Freddy kind of represent that is pretty powerful, really. He's really taking them out in quick succession at this point, isn't he? Freddy's done fucking around. He's like, this is the third act of the movie, right? So I gotta kill all of you mofos. Look at that thing. Holy shit. Ah, shit. I like the way Mr. Englund delivered that line. Said it really slowly and deliberately. Oh, here we go with the nerdiness. I'm the nerd master. Prince of Elves. I don't even want to know what that means. Yeah. And that's why Freddy's the bomb. That nerd just got killed. What a nerd. Well, it's probably not Freddy, you know. I'm sure it's anything but Freddy. Oh, it is. It's funny how I was wrong. I'm trying to be a sarcastic asshole. I've seen porn movies start like this. It's a door. Sure it does. You know you're in a dream, right? That's why you just busted through the wall. Silly kids. Those silly kids. Alright. While they descend the stairs, I shall imbibe. Shall imbibe some more alcohol. Don't you know? He really remembers after all this time. They put Freddy's bones in the trunk of a car? I mean, if they had burned him, they could have burnt him till he was nothing but ashes, right? Or maybe not. I don't know. I've never fucking torched anybody before. I'll put that on my bucket list as well. I'm gonna put torch a child molester on my bucket list. I want to know if you can actually make them nothing but ash. Apparently, according to Nightmare on Elm Street 3, you got to put their bones in a junkyard. I mean, what would you do with the remains of a child molester that you burned? I mean, personally, I'd probably let the acid eat up all the evidence, you know. Well, this is me. Apparently, in the mid 80s, you just pretty much put them in a junkyard. Yes, you will hear me right now checking all my shit. I'm checking to see if I got any messages from you awesome ass people. That's right, that's what I'm checking. If I see a comment on here, I'll read it out loud for you. No comments. So you don't have to worry about that. Although I have been receiving them all night long, which is pretty cool. So thanks, guys, for communicating with me and talking about movies with me and shit. That's awesome. I'm really glad they got Robert Englund back for the third one. It was already iffy enough getting him back for the second one. I'd imagine it was probably the script that brought him back for part three. And then I think after that, first of all, 1, 2, and 3, whether you consider them good movies or not, were all very, very commercially successful. Made just a shit ton of money. So I think after part 3, he was like, first of all, these movies will always be a good paycheck, but apparently, you know, they don't all have to be Freddy's Revenge. Maybe they can actually be good movies after all. I think that's what brought Robert back. Because I don't get the sense that. I think if they had continued on the downward slope that number 2 brought us, I don't think Robert would have came back, despite, you know, the dollar signs. I think he would have passed. He'd have been like, you know what? I have some integrity and I have better things to do. But because these movies were better, getting better, showing the possibilities, he came back. But I think the money is what kept him there. Does that make sense? I think the good scripts and the infinite possibilities brought him back. But by, you know, part 6, you get to part 6 and it's like, oh, you know what? It's a paycheck at this point. But then you go to number 7, you go to New Nightmare, and obviously it's like, oh, a fucking good script again. And then Freddy vs. Jason, you get like the perfect balance of, oh, I'm getting paid, and the script is not the best thing ever, but it's not the fucking worst thing ever. So, you know, Robert Englund really hit the jackpot when he auditioned for and got the lead for Freddy. But I respect the fact that, at least to some degree, he does have integrity about wanting to do a good movie, play a good character with a good script. Gosh, we're almost done here, guys. Coming up on the end of the fucking movie. $11 minutes to go, and that's not counting the credits. Dude, there goes your car. Dude, where's my car, dude? It's it's at the junkyard. At least it was right where it needs to be when it got trashed. Did he just get picked up by the nuts? The knots. I didn't know if I wanted to say nards or nuts. So he got picked up by the nards. You're getting fucked up, dude. You guys both suck. First of all, John Saxon should have pulled some fucking kung fu on Freddy's ass. Yeah, just leave your bones laying around anywhere, Freddy. That's a good idea. Freddy, you so crazy. Oh. What a personality. Well, way to go, big guy. That's your fucking dream power. You can scream no like Darth Vader. Good for you. Good for you. You mute bastard. Can you imagine a commentary with that guy? Nothing the whole time. And then at the end, he just screams, no! Her dad's a Jedi. Holy shit, dude! Plot twist of the century. And the next thing you know, he's going to say, I'm your father. Oh, wait, we knew that. But still, her dad's a Jedi. That's badass. I'm drinking to that. Here's to the Force. This took a ridiculous turn. Still drinking, though. You fell for it. Die. He really just got her. Dude, Freddy just killed Nancy. And... oh, he just throws her aside. That's not right. It's not right, is it, Nancy? Shit ain't right, Nancy. You know your dad's not a Jedi, Nancy. God. He's gonna pour some out for his homies. Check it out. This is for my homies. This one's for Juan. This one's for Antonio. Really? I thought Freddy didn't believe in fairy tales. Isn't that what he said to the nerd? And he gets killed by fucking religion. Yeah, don't help, guys. Jesus, just stand there. Oh, fucking Nancy. Why'd you have to die, Nancy? Come on. Nancy. Why'd you have to die, Nancy? Damn. How do you explain any of that to anybody? So, religion kills Freddy. That's good to know. I guess I'm going to become religious now. I mean, I don't want Freddy to get me. So, yeah. So, those are real tombstones and shit. I mean, that's not a set. That's a fucking cemetery. I suppose some of them aren't real. Jesus movie. Make me looking like an asshole. My point being was there's real people there. Again, it's like with the pig. There was tombstones of people that have long since been dead that they never knew they would be in a Nightmare on Elm Street movie, did they? It sucks that Nancy died, man. How the hell did she survive Freddy for so long and then he stabs her and throws her to the side like that. Anyway. Oh, here we go. This is the best song ever written. Oh, yeah. Everybody rock out with me right now. We're gonna rock it down. Fuck. Alright, the movie's over. Shit, that was awesome, guys. Damn. Thanks for putting up with me. Yeah, that's always like my ending to my commentaries. Fucking putting up with me. Yeah. Thanks for watching this movie with me, guys. You awesome. You awesome. That's supposed to mean something. It's supposed to be a compliment. You awesome. I guess we all gotta go to bed now and have fucking nightmares, don't we? I don't want to go to bed now. I'm all scared. Anyway. Way better than part 2. Fucking light years better. Thank you to everybody involved that made this movie and made it a decent fucking movie to watch. And I still got a lot of beer to drink, so I'm gonna get on top of that. I'm gonna go watch some 10 of Us, the 10 of Us, if I can find any clips of that on YouTube. And I guess I'll catch you guys on the next commentary. Come prepared. You know, fucking buy a 12-pack, an 18-pack. Save some for me. Catch you guys on the next one. It's gonna be Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, The Dream Master? Yeah, The Dream Master. Cool. I'm out then. I gotta go finish my beer. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace out!